So not surprisingly, the last 25 years of the 20th century saw an alarming decline in the number of beekeepers. And it soon became apparent that a decline in the number of beekeepers means a decline in the number of bees. All around the world, people were noticing that pollinators of all stripes, as it were experiencing apparent declines in abundance. So much so that in 2005, the National Academy of Sciences convened a study committee to examine the status of pollinators in North America. I was very honored to serve as the chair of that committee, and one of the inescapable conclusions we reached was that, in fact, the long-term population trends for the honeybee in the United States were demonstrably downward. What are bees in the rest of the world doing? Managed bee colonies in Africa are up, but throughout Europe they've seen collapses similar to ours. In Japan there have been declines of 25% or greater. So apiculture globally is in trouble. I'm often asked, is this the end of Apis mellifera as we know it? Very likely it is not. There are about, well, it depends on who you talk to, between 12 and 20 different races of honeybees around the world, many of them in Africa and in Asia. So we have not even begun to tap into the tremendous genetic diversity that is Apis mellifera. So they won't go extinct. But there is much to be gained by improving the management techniques, also by developing alternative pollinators. We've kind of rested this whole enterprise on the tiny little prothorax of Apis mellifera, and that's a lot for one species to handle. It's the perfect managed pollinator for American monoculture because they're social, they have enormous colonies, 20,000 to 30,000 workers you can send out into the field. They communicate, they have this elaborate system for informing nestmates where nectar resources are, so that guarantees revisits to the same species of plant and hence pollination. They are cavity nesters, you can put them in a box and carry them and put them on the back of a truck. But there are 20,000 species of bees in the world, and surely we can find others and develop management techniques for those. What complicates the issue of determining whether this is one global plague or a lot of different problems is we don't have an objective molecular diagnostic for recognizing colony collapse disorders. So nobody really knows at this point whether what's afflicting bees in Spain is identical to what's afflicting bees in Minnesota.